Hey everybody, JD here. Earlier today, Shannyn from Chicago texted me to ask, is the 15-year Macallan as good as the 18-year Macallan? I don't actually know, but you know what? I'd love to find out. I have here 3 unopened bottles of Macallan. We have the 12-year, the 15, and the 18, and I'm going to do a public service for everyone and taste them and see just exactly which one is best. First, let's start with the 12-year Macallan. There's nothing quite like opening a new bottle of Scotch. Wouldn't you agree? There we go. We've got a little taste right there. Let's see what it's like. It's a little bit sweet. I like that. All right, let's take a taste. That's really good. It's got a caramel flavor. A little bit of oak maybe. It's sweet, but not too sweet. It's a little harsh, but not bad. So that's a 12. I like it. It's worth drinking. So next, let's try the 15-year. See, this is where I get into problems because I'm not a professional wine taster or professional whiskey drinker. I just do this for fun. And I don't have the vocabulary that I might want to describe this. It doesn't smell as smooth as the 12-year, to be honest. It almost smells a little bit more alcohol-y or almost like gasoline. So let's see what it tastes like. Oh, that is nice. That's a lot smoother than the 12. It may have a gasoline flavor, but the taste is very smooth. Very smooth. That's great. It's kind of creamy, almost vanilla. I like that. I like that better than the 12. So now that we've tasted the 12-year-old and the 15-year-old, let's see what the 18 tastes like. To be honest, I already know what the 18-year tastes like. The reason Shannyn is asking this question is that last week in New Orleans, Shannyn, Jim Wang, and I shared some 18-year-old Macallan Scotch at the hotel in which we were staying, and it was fantastic. Because the 18 is so expensive, I'm going to try to preserve every drop. There we go. We don't want to spill it. Don't want to take too much, because it is like 1:30 in the afternoon, and I've got to get some work done here in a minute. All right, the 18-year-old Macallan. It kind of has a nose in between the 12-year and the 15. It smells nice. It smells really nice. That is some good stuff. Okay. There is no question that the 18-year-old is better than the 15-year-old. But is it worth the price difference? I don't know. The 15 was pretty damn good. I was really impressed with it, actually. But the 15 might be actually a better price point. I'm going to finish this. Very nice. Wow. That Macallan 18 is wonderful. Kind of makes me wonder what else I have around here. Hold on a sec. Glenlivet 15, let's try that and compare it. Lagavulin 16, let's try that and compare it. Ardbeg 10, of course we're going to try the Ardbeg 10, this is my go-to. Look at this, here's some more Macallan. Macallan Cask Strength, let's try that too. Let's start with the Macallan Cask Strength, since we've already tried a couple of Macallans. I'll go ahead, no, we'll do it like this. Macallan Cask Strength. Smells like a cask. I would put this closer to the Macallan 12, which is fine. The Macallan 12 is a fine whiskey, but it's not as good as the 15 or 18. I would drink this gladly. I'll gladly drink any Scotch, but it's not a smooth sipper like the 15 or the 18. I'm still going to finish it. Next up, let's try the Lagavulin 16. This was my gateway Scotch. My friend Paul poured me a glass of this about 15, 20 years ago. Said, JD, have you ever tried Scotch? I said, no, Paul, I haven't. He says, give it a shot. It tastes like smoke. It tastes like leather. It's delicious. Next up, let's try the Glenlivet 15. There's no nose on this. There's not much of a flavor to it either. I don't recommend the Glenlivet 15. There's just nothing there. Last but not least, we are going to taste my favorite, the Ardbeg 10. It's got a sweet nose. Oh, that's nice. Smoky, smooth, and delicious. Really makes me want to go have a clove on the porch. You know, there's one other alcohol I think I'd like to try. It's not a Scotch, but it's something I just remembered I found about a month ago before I left for Ecuador. This is a vodka. It's put out by Absolute Craft. I don't actually know what that means. They call it their smoky tea vodka, and it's made using Lapsang Souchong tea. This is my favorite tea. It's a smoky tarry tea that comes from China, I think. And it tastes like drinking smoke. It's the tea I drink all the time. So when I found there was a vodka that used Lapsang Souchong, I had to have it. And I love this vodka. It's fantastic. It's, if you can imagine crossing Scotch, peaty Scotch, with vodka, that's exactly what this is. It smells like a tea. It smells like a smoky tea. Tastes like a smoky tea as well. Well, that's all I have time for today. Shannyn, I hope I answered your question. I know I went a little bit overboard here. I enjoyed it though. And the answer is no, the 15-year Macallan isn't quite as good as the 18-year Macallan, but it's still pretty damn good. And if you want to buy a Scotch for yourself, and you don't want to spend $200, the 15 is probably a great choice.